Maloney's on.
That's no baloney. I can see you.
Mark's on. Stacy's on.
Stacy!
All right, should we make our big reveal? I'm already on. So.
All right, yeah. So anyway, good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to the Worst Talk Show.
Welcome to the Worst Talk Show.
I'm Angie C. That's handsome boyfriend Dave. Tonight we are paying tribute to Weird Science.
Homage, please.
I'm sorry.
We're trying to class it up.
Homage to Weird Science. Hello, Holly.
Hi, Holly.
You guys asked us if we would wear.
Clayton
James is
James
here, of course.
Welcome, brother.
Of course, of all the shows for him to come on,
Yes.
it's this one.
It's alive.
Alive! Hey, MK Kelly. We did promise everybody we would put bras on our heads, just like Gary and Wyatt when they created the perfect woman.
Nick Showstack. Casey
The hair
Riddles.
placement is perfect. I tried to do the perfect bangs.
Yeah, she's got the
well.
bangs banging.
I feel like it's good.
I got my little thing here.
Hey, Jim Pericotti, rhymes with Maricotti.
Manicotti.
I really hope that a bunch of people come on and see this, and then we can take it off because it's hot as hell.
It's
under
really
these
hot in
cups.
here. It is.
I know I have rather large bazooms, but you know that's always been a positive up until this very moment.
Well, I have plenty of room to breathe. I've got a small family living in here.
Full disclosure, I often gain weight and lose weight in the girls who are both named Betty. Just so you're keeping
The
score.
Bettys.
The Bettys. So when I was particularly heavy, that was my bra cup size, and really I'm a full C. So there you go. All the
A bouncy
information
C.
you never needed to know. Over the shoulder boulder holders.
Hey, Sean O'Brien,
O'Brien's here.
everybody.
Can we take it off now? Sean O'Brien's here.
No. We got, how many people are on? No, we need 20 people.
Okay.
We can't have that. We were just here with our Boba Fett doll trying to get that thing to come to life. Because, you know.
Oh, is that what we were doing? Because if we made the perfect Boba Fett doll into a being that we could control,
Right.
I would fully be making out with that helmet. Like, I mean, you guys would be talking about weapons and stuff, but I'd be like, hey.
We'd be showering together.
Oh, that's right, we would be showering together. My bad. So I wonder if people are just going to log on to see us in the bras, and then that'll be that.
Yeah.
Hi, Lori. Did everybody watch
Becky Ross is
Weird
here.
Science? Becky.
Okay, we had 18, I swear. Now we've got 16.
Oh, they're done.
They don't want to
Full
see this.
C,
Oh,
huh?
17.
I feel like I'm going to be thinking
bouncy
about that for
C.
a long time.
Weird Science was a hell of a show. I wrote a little song about it, so here we go.
Da 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 da.
The DDT, I'm wearing a goddamn bra right here.
Whatever the hell else you want.
That's it.
All right, now we're down to 15. They have to come off now. This is too much. My glasses are actually fogging
Are they
up
fogging
at this
up?
point. Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay, the bras are coming off.
All right, here. Right.
Oh my God.
Wow, that's...
Let me tell you something.
Woo!
That was I don't
warm.
know how Elon Mitchell Smith and Anthony
We're down to
Michael
12.
did that.
We're down to 12.
Wow, they really only wanted to see us with bras.
Wow, that is
Yes.
crazy.
I feel terrible now.
All right, you got to get rid of the bra now. No
Hi,
bras.
Anna. I'm glad Anna's here.
You show up too late. That's it.
All right, so we literally just finished watching Weird Science.
No, see, you didn't have to say that.
Um,
We do pretty well. We pretty much recite everything as the movie's going on.
yeah, and it's funny, we had the subtitles on because the teenagers in the house love the subtitles, which actually
It helps us with
it
the
does
lines.
help us to make sure
Right.
we've been quoting the right lines all these
Yeah.
years, and some of them
I didn't
we have
know
not.
that he was dropping wolf bait.
Yeah, when Wyatt is in the bathroom and really
Gary,
has
they're
to
locked
go,
in the bathroom at the party.
and he's like, if you're gonna do this,
If you're gonna squeeze cheese,
yeah,
you know,
he's
if you're
going
gonna set
on.
up an air biscuit, I don't, you know, it's a bunch of different
but
stuff.
then he says, if you're gonna drop wolf bait, or he says, you're dropping
and
wolf
afraid
bait.
the bras drew me in. They always do, baby.
Thank you, Anna. I appreciate you being here. So we want to start with the fact that The bras on the head were ceremonial.
They are.
Very important. That Gary might decide to create a girl. 1985, this movie came out. This movie could not get made today.
All right,
the way
listen.
it was made in 85. I'll just say that.
Right. There's a few things in it where they go, nah, let's not, yeah.
I mean, we can start with the fact that Gary and Wyatt are 15, and the real-life lady they made is 23, and
But
grabbing their ass and making out with them.
To be fair, they never had sex with her.
No, they did not.
Right.
No, they did keep it PG in that regard, which is
Because Wyatt passed out on her when
like
she was
5 minutes into her
her
gymnastics
gymnastics
routine.
So,
Yeah, she did her toes.
hello, Kevin Tachi.
Can we talk about how amazing Kelly LeBrock is in this movie? Not only is she ridiculously gorgeous and has lips that kill and a body that kills, but she's very funny.
Yeah, she's got good timing.
Yeah, good timing. Although this movie would not be this movie without Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah, he definitely drives it.
Absolutely not. Like, you can tell so much of that was ad-libbed, and he's just, his timing, everything was so great. I don't know what happened after this. Remember Johnny Be Good?
He did all the blow after this.
All the blow and all the steroids. And
Paul Santoro's watching.
Hey, Pablo. Anthony Michael Hall did have a minute where he was going to be like a leading man.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the one where he goes to visit his brother, and his suitcase gets switched with like a drug dealer's suitcase, and then he has to go find it, and Jenny Wright is his girlfriend.
No.
Yeah. It had a great soundtrack. Great
I
soundtrack.
remember Johnny Be Good because Uma Thurman's in it. Is it
Yeah.
like the first movie she's ever in? It's like, it's close to it.
I'm trying.
And I also remember it because Judas Priest redoes Johnny Be Good.
Which is
It
ridiculous.
was horrible,
Yeah.
actually. I mean, I love Judas Priest, but...
Out of Bounds was the name of the movie. Thank you very much.
And
I
Current's
worked in a
here.
video store.
Farmer Ted was great.
I love that when Gary's parents forget who he is, and the mom puts up the picture
She's
of
holding up
Gary.
this,
It's
"Our
the picture.
16-year-old son!"
It's the picture of Farmer Ted. It's his
It's like his
publicity
headshot.
photo from 16 Candles,
yeah.
which is like totally hilarious. We have this thing so far away. I literally have to lean in to read everybody's
Yeah, it's
comments.
too much.
I'm sorry. I remember him as Winona's boyfriend in Edward Scissorhands. Yes, and he was so jacked, and you were like, "No, I need skinny Gary back."
And then he kind of became a, I don't know.
Yeah, Johnny
He
B.
was-
Good was terrible.
When he
It
was
awful.
on, when he was on the Dead Zone on USA Network
Yeah,
as the lead character,
right. I think that's when
it was
we
a
had
totally different.
we had him in the studio at FNX, I believe, for that. And I couldn't believe I met him, and somebody has a picture of him somewhere.
Vanessa
I don't think it
Angel.
ever
what?
got. I don't think it ever got developed. Hey, Jackie.
Wow, we're only up to 19 people. I can't believe people didn't tune in to see us with the bras on
No,
our
no,
heads
honey. They did, and then they left.
because of it. Was
Probably.
Was it because of it,
They're
or
like,
we've
I
seen
don't
everything
stand
now?
for this baloney.
Yep. Yeah. He doesn't stand for baloney.
Oh, even Amy Schmaltz is here.
She's kind of schmaltzy.
Yeah, The Dead Zone was a pretty good show. It wasn't that terrible, I don't think. I mean, the movie The Dead Zone.
He's no walking.
So there were a few things though in this movie that once they, were laughing so hard.
Ha, Kevin!
What?
You got slow on the draw there, Kevin.
What did you say?
He goes replay on the bras. You're gonna have to buy.
Yeah, you can wait till this is over, rewind it, and laugh and make your own memes.
Right.
Casey Riddles.
Greg Weimer's watching.
Oh well, again.
Sad for Greg, because guess what?
What?
There's really no trivia in this show now.
No.
So
Trivia go.
trivia
bye-bye.
mavens. I mean, we talk about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we do. But after we raised all the money for the crew and they all went back to work
And stuff and things.
then we decided to move forward because the witty banter is far more entertaining than the actual questions, and here we are. So we gave everybody a homework assignment last week that we were going to talk about weird science. And something interesting, when they go out with Lisa after they've made her, and they go out for a night in the town, and they end up in a sort of seedy bar called The Candy Club.
With
no,
a
the
K.
Candy Bar.
The Candy Bar.
Yeah, the
with
Candy
with
Bar
a
with a
K.
K. And he apparently, I don't know that Anthony Michael Hall already did a bit where he was turned into an 80-year-old black blues player.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's what they did, and I'm not really sure how they got away with it. But I guess because he was drunk, it was funny.
Yeah.
And that
because at first he gets immediately recognized as a Malacca.
Right.
So because he's an idiot and everyone knows it.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, then it's okay for him to act like an
What's
idiot.
the line? Dino, she's really into Malaccas.
No.
What can I say?
What can I say? She's into Malaccas, Dino.
And then, of course, they're making so much fun of him, which is hysterical. The Family Jewels? Love that guy, by the way. That guy was
every damn night
on the telephone?
It got a little racist.
Yeah.
If we're being honest nowadays.
Yeah. Well, now that we look at it in much older, wiser
apparently
eyes.
70-year-old black men don't like to be referred to as boys.
No.
By 15-year-old white kids.
Interestingly enough, later on in the movie, Robert Downey Jr. and the other actor that play Ian and Max, that are sort of the bad guys, if you will,
right,
tried to bro down
with the bartender who's from the original bar.
The bartender from the candy bar who's now at the house party.
He asks them what they want to drink.
How about you give me the bottle?
Yeah, just give me the whole bottle. He goes, how about you bend over and I'll shove it straight up your ass.
Like, on the rocks is fine.
Yeah, on the rocks is good.
That's what I thought you'd say. That sort of, you know, made it better. Worst pain there is, this
That's
Weimer.
right, worst pain there is. That was crazy insane with this crazy little 13-year-old 8th grade bitch.
So then, Chet comes home, right?
Wow, you're doing big chunks.
What am I skipping?
I don't know. I feel like we're losing.
This movie goes by really fast.
Yeah.
Is it only a 90-minute movie, by the way?
It has to be.
I think it is.
The first time we meet Chet is after their drunken night out.
No, it's not. He pays Chet off with crisp dollar bills before that.
No.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to have to fight about this because that's what happens.
The first night, before the party.
What is it?
I'm sorry, before the party.
What was that?
Right. Yes, I'm wrong and you're right.
Thank you. Appreciate
You're welcome. Yeah, the bartender is so great. Hey, Matt. Oh, is that Matt Pinfield?
It's Matt Pinfield.
Mwah!
Hey.
Matt, I don't know.
Hope you're doing good, Matt.
We're so happy that you're doing better. We love you so much. So Chet comes on the scene. Bill Paxton, the greatest role of all time.
Here's one. You're stewed, buttwad.
And Wyatt has to pay him off.
Wait a minute, Bill Paxton.
R.I.P.
Silence.
Bill Paxton.
Love him.
Just so incredible.
Oh,
Someone
man.
that really took a character actor
hilarious
into the next level for everything that he did. Just wonderful. So they go out and they get drunk, and Gary gets so drunk that he's wearing like Lisa's gloves.
Yeah. He's got like necklaces on, and like he's smothered. And
then he walks into Chet, who then says something about the booze hounds or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's when Chet delivers our first great Chet quote of the movie, which is...
He's like, you feeling queasy? How about a nice, greasy pork sandwich served in a dirty ashtray?
Oh, it's so perfect.
Oh,
and
so good.
To this day, do we all still quote that line?
We do.
I think we do.
We do.
Yeah. By the way, when he, with Lisa's glove, does this to Bill Paxton, I'd love to see the outtakes of how many times they had to do that shot.
Bill Paxton must have broken up so much.
Oh, there's no way he didn't.
I mean, just
so
like...
funny. He's like, what is he? And he mocks him.
Yeah. That's...
I can't remember what he says now.
You're totally right.
You're totally right, Chad. You're totally right.
Totally right.
Anyone with a haircut like that, you know he's an
right.
Which is another line I use all the time. Hello, Nicole. Just noticed Paxton as a punk in the beginning of The Terminator. You know what? So he was good friends with James Cameron. And that's why he pops up in Titanic,
True Lies,
Avatar, all the the first Terminator movie because he gets killed.
What was he in?
Aliens.
What was he in Avatar? He's in Aliens. He's in the first Terminator movie.
Is he not in Avatar? I thought he was.
He's in definitely
you know
in Titanic.
What? He might not be in
True
Avatar.
Lies. He's yeah. So he's in a bunch of James Cameron movies.
And if you ever get a chance to see, other people have posted stories about him, and he was just, every story is a gem.
And he was in a cool group too.
Yeah.
Right? What's the song that they?
Oh, I don't remember, but he was
I
in
put
the
you on the
totally
spot.
80s, like,
Really.
alternative before it was called alternative
Yeah.
band, almost like a Human League kind of a band.
Oh, but no, it was a little bit more
if
IRS like.
Pittsfield's still on, he'll tell you who it is.
Tell us who
but
it is.
It was really cool. And then we get to, we missed the part where the movie party. It's a movie party where he goes to meet. She goes to meet Gary's parents.
No, we didn't miss it.
We didn't?
No.
Okay. Oh, she goes to pick him up before the party.
After the drunken night out,
Okay.
the next day, right, they go to the mall.
Oh, the mall. That was bad.
Well,
You guys buying something for your mom? And their answer when
I
they
swear
describe,
the girl at the counter,
oh,
the
yeah.
perfume counter,
Looked just
looks
like
exactly
Sarah
like
Silverman.
Sarah Silverman.
It was really weird. Like, go
Yeah.
back and look. Sarah Silverman
It's
double.
so strange.
How can the labor? Yeah, I don't know what that says. We're gonna have to go back and look at that Weimer. I'm sorry. So they go to the mall to get a present for Lisa.
Right, and
they
just to
wanna
be
get
out
her,
and about.
Perfume. And they just the sex pot.
Sex
And that
pot.
whole line was the opening of my show. Was a bit in the opening of my show on WFNX for years. Sex pot is what she is. So then for 5 minutes they sit down and like, I don't feel like a total.
Yeah, this is pretty good. You know, they're sitting there. They're on the lower level of the mall.
And their
sitting by
nemesis, their nemesi, if you will.
Nemesis.
Their nemesis comes and pours slushies. One big slushie, cherry slushie.
Icy over the
Icy,
top of them.
Over the top. And that's when Robert Downey Jr. and the other actor talk about the white sale at Towel World.
Is it James Isler or
Oh, I have no idea what that dude's name is.
Ilser?
Hey!
You were supposed to write that down.
Payne, Ken, Erin. Yeah, the way he whips his hair back after
With the slushy on it, he's
Amazing.
like, he's totally cool.
There's so many little Anthony and Michael Hall moves.
And then-
Like when he's talking in the very beginning and they're having a fantasy and he's like, a little nightlife. Like, what is this? I don't even know what this is, but it
Like,
makes me
yeah.
howl every
Yeah.
time I see
Yeah.
it. Oh,
Yeah.
God, he was so good.
He had it.
So then we get to...
Creamer!
You do know Creamer. Lindy.
Martini Ranch, is that what we're saying? Yep, how can the man find time for self-culture? That's right, how can the working man find time for self-culture?
Weimer, thank you.
Thank you very much. We knew somebody'd have it.
Of course Weimer would have it.
That's good.
Super genius.
You do know Weimer.
So they get ready for the party, and Lisa goes to pick up Gary and meet Gary's parents. You go to Gary's school? Do I look like I'm in high school?
Al. What was the mother's name?
Oh God, I don't even remember. Oh, it's not, we kept calling her Helen this whole time. We called her Helen, but her name is not Helen. And I thought I wrote it down, but I guess I didn't. Lucy, her name's Lucy.
Lucy.
And he's like,
Al and Lucy.
so she pulls the gun on him. Even before that,
Oh my.
I'm skipping
just
ahead.
skipping
Then
huge
you go
chunks.
ahead. You go ahead.
Like you're all the meat.
You
It's like,
go
hey,
ahead.
let's chew on this bone over here. Throw that meat away. It's
Yes,
too
Robert
good.
Downey Jr. That was before he had his teeth fixed.
Right,
That is
exactly,
definitely true.
Mundo.
And
Right.
that little move he makes with Lisa at the mall was, I don't know if it's at the mall or if it's at the party, where he does that.
He's like,
So ridiculous. So ridiculous.
he blinks his eyes.
And so the most famous line probably of the whole movie is the candle wax on the nipples line, right?
I don't know if that's the most famous line.
I don't know. It's up there.
Chips, whips, chains, No, chips, dips, chains, whips.
We're not talking candle wax on the nipples or witchcraft or anything like that.
Just your run-of-the-mill teenage orgy.
Yeah.
I think something like that. And the father and the mother are just horrified.
Yeah, and they flip out.
So finally, the father's had too much. He's had enough.
Al has had too much.
He's had enough, and he's very angry. And
he goes
he's
to,
like,
he goes to throw her out, right?
Lucy, dial the police. Let me tell you a little, you know what I mean? So he says to her, lady, you better get out of my house or I'm going to throw you out. And Kelly LeBrock comes back with the classic, poking him in the chest.
Don't threaten me, Al. You're out of shape. I'll kick your ass. How often does that line come back up?
So he tells the wife, dial the cops, dial the police. So I'm not going to listen to this anymore. And she points the biggest magnum you've ever seen, like inches away from his face.
Pretty great. Also, probably not appropriate if we were trying to make the movie today.
Right. There's definitely stuff that's just not racing a train at a crossing. They might not do that now because so many people have been killed by trains, But anyhow.
That's what you're pulling.
Oh yeah. Here, kids. Hey, let's do a scene like Weird Science. We'll beat the cops.
Okay, now you're getting ahead of.
All right, I did. What can I say? Hey.
I'm not the only one that does that.
It's contagious.
So then, of course, she does something to the parents where they don't even remember.
They're in the car going to do what they're going to do. And the parents are like sitting at home. and Lisa, who's Kelly LeBrock's character, is like, oh, don't worry about it. They don't even know what happened. And they're at home. And the mother says to the husband, don't you think Gary was acting a little strangely this evening? And the father says,
who's Gary?
Who's Gary?
We don't need to go through the entire movie, but
so
these
good.
are all like the
so many gems, people.
Funniest parts. And of course, when the party begins and everybody shows up, I remember thinking in my head, there's no way house parties are really like this. I will never go to a party that's actually really like this.
Right,
this
yeah,
is
yeah,
just
yeah,
for the
yeah,
movies.
yeah.
And then I got into college. Those parties, I absolutely went to those parties.
You might have had a couple parties where there were a couple hundred people in the house.
And Killing Joke 80s starts playing.
That was
Just
pretty
a
sweet.
supreme music supervisor moment there.
What we found out later is before Killing Joke plays, like 2 songs before that,
Oh yeah. Is it Rat?
a famous Boston band plays.
Oh.
And we were like, oh my God.
Um,
Now Van Halen's on the soundtrack
right.
with Pretty Woman,
Pretty
right?
Woman, obviously. Lords of the New Church is on there.
Right.
Oingo Boingo, obviously.
Oingo Boingo, obviously. Wall of Voodoo's on there. But the Del Fuegos made it on there.
Yeah, and I didn't realize. I don't think I realized that. I must have known at some point and forgot.
So the Del Fuegos are on a soundtrack with Rat and Van Halen.
What was the mall that Lisa took the boys to? What was in? It was supposed to be in Shermer.
It was supposed to be in Shermer,
but
Illinois.
I don't know what the name of
The
it was.
real mall, I don't remember what the name of it is.
The
Tell
Biscuit
us.
had 1 or 2 parties that almost turned into this. That's right, Greg. Greg lived with a bunch of cool cats, and they had an amazing apartment. And the parties were pretty close to that, actually, minus the Mad Max Road Warrior,
The Blue Kitchen.
entry, and the Blue Kitchen. But yes, little did we know that we would actually go to parties like that. Which leads me to.
Well, you just said Mad Max Road Warrior.
Yeah.
So when the party's going on, and
Gary and Wyatt are wussing out,
they're wussing out,
hiding in the bathroom, and then they have their little moment with the girls.
Right.
But obviously they're not doing what Lisa's trying to help them do, and they're being afraid. And
Well,
they're hiding in
remember
the
now,
closet.
Ian and Max, the nemesis.
Oh right, they want to borrow Lisa.
They want to borrow Lisa, and they want to trade their girlfriends for a shot at Lisa.
That is a Richard move.
My goodness.
It's terrible.
don't think that'd play today.
Although the conversation they have between them is hysterical and terrible at the same time. Like, it's just so stupid.
It's about respect and the time you spend together.
Robert Downey Jr. played the best sleazeball.
What a
So
Hi, Bridget Duffy.
Hey, Bridge. So then she decides to create a scenario. Well, they will become heroes, and
Right.
you know the outcasts from Road Warrior come in, including
Wes.
the guy from The Hills Have Eyes, the
Right,
bald guy with the
and
weird
then-
ears.
And then Wes from Road Warrior,
Yeah.
the crazy Mohawk guy. From
The guy with half his face is metal, and when he laughs, it sounds like a robot laughing.
Oh yeah,
That's pretty
it
good.
was a blast.
And then we were laughing last week about when they finally do stand up to them and they kick them out. And the girl who has the collar around her neck, she's like, "You have a lovely home."
Yeah, and then the big dude's like, "Call me. We'll do
lunch. He's like, "Can we keep this between us, the Hills Have Eyes guy?
Yeah.
I don't want to lose my teaching job." And
Yeah.
you're just like,
Yeah.
this is so silly and hilarious. The same guy was in the Motley Crue video. You're absolutely right. The Hills
Hello,
Have Eyes
Jessica
guy
Akers.
was like all over the place. And then, can we talk about the gratuitous panty shots that were so unnecessary, but like
Listen,
probably
it's
in
a
the
teen-
contract to make
It's
the
a teen
movie?
movie.
First, they have a girl who's stuck in a bathroom, and when they try to
And it
build
turns
the
upside
second
down.
girl, and it turns upside down, so obviously she's wearing a skirt. The skirt goes up, you see her panties.
She's laughing the whole time, though.
That's number one. And then we get to the girl we don't see in the entire movie except for this scene, playing the piano.
She's a smoke show.
And
so
the piano goes
she's
out
al-
the window.
She's almost Tanya Roberts level.
Okay,
She's
fine.
very, very hot.
So everything is sucking the stuff into the house,
So she's
out
playing
of the house.
the grand piano. It goes up the chimney and out into the pond.
So she's getting
So
sucked.
she
She's
gets
holding on.
her clothes, of course,
and,
come off.
You know, her legs are dangling like this or whatever. So the clothes are coming off, and you're like, really? And then she's almost completely naked, only has her panties left on, boob shot, and she goes
Really fast,
she
though,
goes
disappointingly
up and
so.
out into the water.
Right.
And it's just so funny because in all 80s movies, you've got gratuitous boob and panty shots that do not further the plot in any way, mind you.
But wait,
They just had to be done.
how about the grandparents?
Oh my god, I love the grandparents. Henry.
I wonder what Wyatt's doing. Like, it's the
There's
grandmother.
nothing more important to a 15-year-old teenager than his grandparents.
Doesn't he have anything to read? Like, what?
And they
Hello,
come in
Jerry
and
Moylan.
he's calling them like
Well,
rapscallions
when
or
they
something.
when they get to the house, they notice that there's a party. So you know, the grandparents show up. They notice there's a party, and they're in the process of throwing everyone out of the party. So the guy's got his
She refers to it as his Rex Harrison.
Rex
hat.
Harrison hat. You
And he's
know?
hitting people. At one point he calls them Hoosiers. I'm like,
You Hoosiers!
and then
Which
she's
is obviously it's a crack at people from Indiana,
right.
as lower.
Because this is all Chicago and John Hughes. But I like when she tries to explain that they've created her on the computer. And he's like, "I'm not standing for this baloney."
Yeah, and she and the wife is like,
The
he
grandma-
doesn't stand for baloney.
No. Such a
Oh
great
my
line.
god! And that grandmother reminds me of Charlie Bucket from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I wonder if they're related. It's definitely a possibility.
I'm telling you.
So of course we know what Lisa does to the grandparents. She puts them in a stasis in the closet so they're smiling,
They're in a kitchen cabinet, standing there.
not aging.
You know.
And as Chet comes in and says, "Hi, Nanny. Hi, Grampy," and then he closes the door and goes, "It's
Yeah.
so great.
Yeah.
They're catatonic in a
I
closet."
Let me see here. Sarah Colvin's here.
Hey, Sarah. Hey, Jerry. We're still talking weird science.
I thought we were gonna have people try to stump us, and I think we've kind of let them.
All
Let the
right,
cat out of the bag.
so people try to stump us. Also, give us your best Chet line. We've said a few, but there are many more to come. Once he walks in and sees how crazy the house is. So give us some of your favorite Chet quotes.
So what else are we talking about today?
The scene when they stand up the crazy dudes involves a not PC moment. Yes, two actually. One, he calls the woman with the collar. He says, "Shut up," to her, and then
Right
he
to
calls.
her face.
And then he calls the guy fat.
Well,
and
yeah,
as
he
soon
says,
as-
"You're in here with your fat friends."
Yeah. And the second he said it, Dave and I both went, "Oh God!"
Yeah, they're not gonna
like
know.
we had totally
Yeah.
forgotten about that. He feels
Yeah.
terrible, and that's awful, and they should just bleep it out at this point.
That was definitely not PC.
But we do want your favorite Chet quotes, and I'm not seeing them yet. So I will tell you that one of them is, one of my favorite Chet quotes is when he's got the shotgun and he's banging it on Gary and the new girlfriend's heads.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "You die." She walks out of here with a severe lip. I don't know why, but I love that line. It's like my favorite
Not
line.
exactly PC either.
Oh no.
You know what I mean?
Definitely not. You two donkey couldn't get laid in a morgue. Thank you,
Exactly,
Michael
Mike
Maloney.
Maloney.
It's
Thank you very
perfect. I love that.
Yeah. I want to get to the bottom of this ASAFP.
Yeah, that was the first time I ever saw ASAFP, by the way.
But first,
or heard it.
But then he says, "But first, I'd like to butter your muffin." What a
Says like this is a Persian missile, although she doesn't call it Persian. What does she call it?
No, it's a Pershing missile.
Oh, Pershing. I don't know what that means.
It's named after a U.S. general.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I always thought it was like a Persian, but it says USA on it, and I'm an idiot. Sorry. I do like when the missile comes up and it goes all the way through the house, and then the white dove
The
sits
little
on the
dove.
top, and it goes
Ding.
ding. What's the first thing that Lisa says when she comes to life?
Oh, wait a minute.
So, what would you two maniacs like to do first?
Right, maybe
I
that.
believe that's the first line.
Right.
Casey, is that the first line? Oh, Weimer's right there with you. Pershing.
Yeah, it's Pershing.
And Chet looks at her and he goes, "I didn't think it was a whale's honey."
Yeah. Well, I didn't think it was a whale's honey.
You realize it's snowing in my room? Listen, you guys, give us the Chet quotes or I'm going to go through them all. Hurry, hurry,
That's
hurry.
it.
So good. I would have liked like a Bill Paxton one-man show,
Oh,
Chet,
man.
the later years.
Oh, my
That would have
goodness.
been great.
Afterwards.
Oh, I'm right. Casey says I'm right. Hey, Bill Brenner. So give us some questions. Stump us already.
What do we got?
Well, when Gary is in the Ferrari later, he drives by his parents.
Right.
And the mom goes, "It's Gary! Al, it's Gary!" He goes, "Who is this Gary character?"
Who is this Gary character?
He's like, "Lucy?"
Lucy? I don't know what you're talking about, but I want you to shut up.
Hey, Steve Garfield. Nice to see you. We got a lot of new people on tonight. Yahoo! If we have any more Chet quotes, please give
Right,
them.
exactly, Weimer. The used car salesman in True Lies is generally Chet 10 years
Oh,
later.
you're right. Good call, Greg.
Chet the musical.
I would totally go see Chet the musical. What else do we got?
Stay
out of this,
bimbo.
bimbo.
This is Family
It's a
Matter.
Family Matter. I love how he's such a jerk, but then he's like, "Get your hussies home. Their parents must be worried sick." And you're
Yeah,
just
right,
like,
right.
What? You,
Hi, Nanny. Hi, Grampy.
you were like hitting them with a shotgun 2 scenes ago.
It's like,
That's so funny.
oh, my God.
But that's what makes him so. And then, of course, Lisa turns him into a well, it's a piece
We
of
don't
poo,
know. Is it a
basically.
big pile of...
I don't. But they refer to it as the blob.
Right, and
in the
it looks
credits.
kind of like a frog and a pile of shit together, like if they commingled.
A shrog.
Yeah,
What would be
A fish. Who
frog
knows?
and yeah.
because remember, the tongue shoots out and gets the
Yeah,
fly.
he gets the fly and then he goes, "Oh my God!"
Oh, my God.
Which is so great. And then she threatens him with elephant testicles.
Yes.
which of course is
Because
why he
he
grabs
said-
his junk when he
because
turns
she-
back into a human.
She threatens him because he's like, she's like, you've extorted money from him, you've, suppressed him, terrorized
Yeah.
him.
Done out of love!
Yeah, it's done out of love.
A turd monster. He's like, that's nasty, Wyatt. He goes, that's Chet, Gary. or the other way around, I can't remember. But it is pretty funny. Anything else about Weird Science? I think we've gone through the entire movie.
No,
at
there's
this
other
point.
stuff. I mean, we're talking,
Written and directed by John Hughes.
right.
Ira Newborn, once again, his mystery musician man who does all the music. And this was before Danny Elfman was being listed as Danny Elfman. It was just Oingo Boingo. But
Did Weird Science. And
Um,
not long after that, it just was, Danny Elfman did the music for like every movie that came out.
Yeah.
For like a
And
10-year
And
stretch.
still does. Really.
So ridiculous.
It's amazing. Who would have thunk?
And when he's not doing it, Mark Mothersbaugh does it. Like, it's like
Oingo Boingo and Devo really
Right.
ended up doing okay.
all the movies.
Yeah.
All the
Pretty
sound.
great. I don't know if people are frozen off or not. I would argue not Elon Mitchell Smith's best film. That would be The Chocolate War. Yes. And
Okay,
there
so
are
let's
other
talk about the
actors.
Chocolate War for a second, right?
Okay.
Now, I went to Catholic high school, all boys Catholic high school in Massachusetts, which is exactly what the Chocolate War is. It's supposed, like, Robert Cormier, or Cormier, but being from around here, it'd be called Cormier, because I had a kid, Mark Cormier, in my class when I was growing up. He wrote The Chocolate War, he wrote I Am the Cheese, he wrote a couple other big ones, I think.
He was
As far
like
as
the dude
young
Judy
adults.
Blume, basically.
So the Chocolate War is about a Catholic boys' high school with a secret society called the Vigils, and they
We're getting really
they kind of
in-depth
run
here.
everything under the
The best thing about
surface.
The Chocolate War is Yaz. Yaz is all over the soundtrack,
Well,
and
also-
it's fantastic.
Also, Peter Gabriel.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I
mean, the
mean?
music is really,
Milgram's
really, really
37.
good. I
We
think
Do
the
What We're
music
Told.
is better than the movie as a whole, but you're right about Elon Mitchell Smith.
Great cast.
We also noticed there's a scene in Weird Science where one of Ted the Farmer from 16 Candles' buddies, the really tall one, the not John Cusack one that pushes
He
over in the
scoots
trunk.
over in the truck when they pull him out.
When the guys pull him out. He's in Weird Science, and one of the guys from Chocolate War, one of the bullies from Chocolate War.
Jim
is in it as
Pericotti, the
well.
school does not exist anymore. It's now it is the East Boston Boys and Girls Club is part of the school, and that would be the gym area. And then the other part is a charter school for, I don't know if it's K through 12 or what it is, but yeah. All my schools are closed.
Also, Sean O'Brien checking in about Mark Mothersbaugh is such a great film composer, so flexible.
Now,
Danny
Wallace-
Elfman is good, but has a pretty rigid style, and I agree with you.
Wallace Langham, I'm assuming, is the head honcho of the Vigils from the Chocolate War, right? Weimer?
The student or the monk?
No. The head honcho of the Vigils is a kid.
Yeah.
The Vigils are all students.
That
right?
was the kid in Weird Science.
He's
right?
in Weird Science
Yeah.
as well. So they were in a movie together before they did the Chocolate War.
Yeah, Chet, that's not a joke, that's a severe behavioral disorder, or whatever he says, when he wakes up wearing Lisa's underwear.
you'd be wearing a bra on your head.
And he breaks the fourth wall and looks at the camera, which is amazing.
Sweet.
Speaking of breaking the fourth wall, if you have not seen Fleabag, we were late to the party, very late to the party on Fleabag, but oh my god,
I'm in love.
so good.
Hilarious.
And it's done. It's totally done. She's not
2
doing another
seasons.
season, but
like filthy,
just and hilarious.
but hilarious.
But also very awkward at the same time. So
Perfect,
really,
though.
it kind of has everything you need, I think.
Oh.
What else do we want to talk about? Okay, so before we have a question we want to ask everybody, and then we'll talk about your answers. But one of the things I wanted to mention absolutely while we have your attention is that the Ding Ho Comedy Club 40th anniversary is this Friday night on Zoom. So they just named a square after Barry Crimmins, R.I.P., who was an amazing comic who came up
Boston-based comic.
Boston. The crew at the Ding Ho was legendary. And when we were doing the morning show on FNX, Barry would come up, Mike McDonald would come up, Tony V, and Bobcat Goldthwait, and they would all, Jimmy Tingle, they would all talk about the Ding Ho. So they're all getting together to raise money for Helen Crimmins. So Barry and Helen get married. Helen gets diagnosed with like stage 4 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and then like a month later, Barry gets diagnosed. A month later, he dies. Like, it was crazy. So they're raising money for Helen, and 100% of the proceeds go to her. Tickets start at $40 to be able to watch the Zoom, and then you could, volunteer a bigger amount if you wish. But the show is on Zoom from 7:30 to 10:30. I'm going to post the link of how you can get tickets. Stephen Wright will be on. Who doesn't love Stephen Wright? Paula Poundstone, Bobcat Goldthwait, Dennis Leary, Mike McDonald, Jimmy Tingle, Kenny Rogerson, like all the old cool comics from back in the day, all the ones that have survived anyway, are all going to be there. And I just totally love Barry Crimmins. And if you haven't seen the documentary that Bobcat Goldthwait did on him, please do so immediately. So I just wanted to give that a huge plug if I could.
Jim Pericotti, is he cast?
Lenny
He's
Clark
throwing
is always
real
available.
shade
They
on
just
Lenny
knock
Clark.
on the door to the janitor's closet and giggles to wake him up. Jim Pericotti!
Wow!
Damn!
Woo!
Lenny Clark is in every movie about Boston. Don't forget. I think it's a contractual
There's
obligation.
some serious hair dye in that poster. Is there?
Hair dye?
In the poster. Is there a poster for the event?
Oh, yes, there is. And yes, there is. I'm sorry, you're right.
You're looking at me like hair dye?
I thought you were talking about a poster behind us.
No.
I was not paying attention.
Automobile?
Lake. Big lake. So I'm stealing this question
K-Dubs
from...
is watching.
Hey, K-Dubs. So I'm stealing a question from Christian McNeil. If you don't know who Christian McNeil is, and you listen to FNX in the early 90s, Stoom, Skydiver! That was Christian McNeil. So
Jump right up the face of it.
he's from Ireland, but he lives here and Ireland. He goes back and forth. And he's also in Vapors of Morphine. He's an incredible singer-songwriter. And he posted a question today, and I was like, I'm totally stealing that. And here's the question. If everybody's ready, we want all your
Pay
answers.
attention.
Only one answer. You cannot give
One
multiple
answer per
answers,
person.
okay? Here we go. In hell, your least favorite song plays on repeat 24/7. What is it?
I can't.
One song. You can only answer.
I
with
draw a
one
blank
song.
on this. I can't even think of it. Like I go,
Really?
I'm like, wait a minute. I hate that song. No, wait, but
I can tell you right now, the first song that popped into my head, and the one that would drive me crazy forever in hell, is REM Stand. Stand at the place where you land, now face front. Oh my! I hate it so much that in college, Chris
Sister
Kennedy,
Christian, Holly Cantor, you're dead to me.
Cantor!
You're dead to me.
No, listen. We're gonna judge you, but I love Sister Christian. So one man's trash is another man's treasure.
One man's ceiling is another man's floor.
We built this city. Oh yeah.
Okay,
and
yeah,
the other
yeah,
problem
yeah.
with this is that they are all really shitty earworms, and one of them is going to get in your head when you wake up tomorrow. And I'm not apologizing.
Okay, you can't name a group. You
yeah,
have
not
to name
the band,
a song.
Jerry. You got to name the song, and we
Wow,
understand.
Mike Maloney, Bittersweet Symphony, really?
Huh? Interesting.
Baby Shark.
Baby Shark.
There you go.
The Cars for Kids commercial is pretty terrible. Don't sing it. Don't do it.
I can't help it.
No, don't do
I
it.
can't help it.
Don't do it. Mm-mm. I will clock you with this if you start singing Cars for Kids song. Don't do it. Jerry just said better than Ezra, and again, we need the actual song, but I already
Kevin
agree with you.
Tashi.
Sweet Child of Mine, Christy.
No.
Nice. What did Kevin say?
He said-
Timber by Pitbull and Kesha.
He said-
Okay, Jim
He
Pericotti.
said K-A-R-S. Cars for Kids.
Oh, was he spelling it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough of that.
That Barbie song?
Yeah. Okay, Barbie, come to the party, or whatever it was. Was it
Casey Riddles. Sing it, Dave. Listen, I don't have dental insurance. She's going to smash me in the mouth with that.
Yeah. So we had a saying at FNX when we had to play the band Better Than Ezra because we were all music snobs. And we would say, better than Ezra. If they're better than Ezra, then Ezra must really suck.
Yeah, right. I will clock you.
I will clock you. Donate your card. Stop doing it, Jim Pericotti. Stacey Lawrence's Mambo number 5. Decent.
I just had a wave of nausea.
Why?
Mambo number 5 is that's pretty close.
They say my name in it though. So.
Oh, I got it. Cotton Eye Joe.
Cotton Eye Joe.
Oh my fucking word.
Do they still play that at weddings? Weimer, can you confirm?
That's why I don't go to weddings.
Yeah. We love you guys, but please don't ever invite us to your weddings. We'll send a lovely gift.
Oh,
We're
what's
not
going
coming.
on? 4 non-blondes. That's pretty awful.
Yeah, Sarah, also not a huge fan. I do like that singer-songwriter.
Whatever.
What's her face? But that song is droney.
I was like, oh my god.
What did you say about Lou Bega?
The gap between her front teeth. Jesus.
What's wrong with the gap between the front teeth?
She can eat watermelon through a picket fence.
I have 2 words for you. Lauren Hutton.
Yeah, she's nothing like Lauren Hutton. No.
What's her name? Linda? I can't think of her
She
last
wrote a
name.
bunch of hit songs after that.
She's very cool.
I'm not saying she's not cool. But, dreadlocks with the top hat with teeth and thing. No. Nay, I say. I say nay.
Linda Perry, thank you.
Yeah, but she like...
Tachi throwing down anything by Paige.
She
Tachi,
wrote
I
a
think
bunch
that's ridiculous.
of stuff.
Mambo number 5 is having a resurgence. Oh, really, Greg? Ooh. I guess that kind of makes sense.
COVID number
5? I guess we should be grateful, RE weddings. Yeah, just... We're never getting married, and if we are, we're not telling any of you. We're only doing it to be on each other's health insurance or some shit. We're both survivors of marriage, thank you, and we're all set.
Thanks anyway. I gave it the
hey,
office.
Terry!
I gave it the office.
So once again, we're asking everybody, and
Carrie
you only
Post.
get one answer.
What song is playing in hell on endless loop?
Your least favorite song.
One song per person.
Plays 24/7 in hell. What is it? Jim Pericotti, formerly Mrs. Sarah Gilbert. Oh, I forgot that they were together.
Who?
Linda Perry and
Sarah Gilbert from Little House on the Prairie?
Yeah, later to be on not The View, but the other show like The View.
Oh, no, that's not Little House on the Prairie. She's from...
she's from...
Roseanne. Yeah.
Sorry.
Who's the girl from Little House on the Prairie?
Oh.
Stephanie Gilbert?
No. What is her name? Weimer, we need you. Melissa Gilbert?
Melissa Gilbert.
Thank you.
I think.
Yeah.
Freckles?
Right. What song plays 24/7 in Limbo? Well, wouldn't that be the Limbo song? I think that's sort of on brand, isn't it?
Limbo!
Oh, 2 Princes, Jessica Akers. Nice! That song haunts me.
Don't stop believing.
Oh.
Melissa Gilbert, right.
Sarah Gilbert, not Melissa. Yes, correct. Wrong Gilbert. We got it. See, there
Casey,
is-
I'll cut your head off,
leg.
Roxanne.
No. He's talking about Roseanne.
Oh.
Relax.
I'll still cut your head off.
Wow. That was like really aggro, dude.
Dude, what can I say?
Roll. That's
I
our
take
executive producer.
I take my Prince music really seriously. Besides, he already did our poster. We don't need him anymore.
So, what do you guys think about our new show name, The Worst Talk Show? I mean, I don't really give a crap what you think because we're not changing it, but I am curious. If you have anything nice to say, you just let me know.
I think World's Worst Talk Show would be better.
No. The Worst Talk Show. That's it.
Ever?
No, not ever. Remember when Spin Doctors tried Cleopatra's Cat as the first single of their second album? No, we don't, Greg, because it was a huge mistake.
Nope.
Raindrops Are Falling on My Head. Yeah, that's...
By B.J. Thomas?
Yeah, that's
a great song!
That is not a great song.
Excuse me!
That is
The
not
Box
a great
Tones
song.
use it in one of their songs.
It doesn't make it a good song.
At the end of 737. Shugu. 737. Nothing's worrying me.
But that whole song is terrible. By the way, just totally off topic for a second. When Carl Reiner died, who didn't love Carl Reiner?
I know, right?
All I could see in my head when Carl Reiner died was the scene in The Jerk where his eyes are cross-eyed from wearing the invented sunglasses with the
what do they call it?
I forget what they were called.
Oh shit! It's
I'm
a
sure
handle or
Weimer
something.
will be able to, but there was like a handle for the glasses right here,
The
and
glasses.
oh,
The device. It's
what was it called? Weimer will know.
spectacle. Oh, what the hell's it called? See, now we did way too much of this. We're asking too many questions.
Optograph.
Optograph.
But I know I wasn't the only one that could picture Carl Reiner with the cross eyes.
Holy kid, that's a Burt Bacharach tune. It's from Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. And
they're on the
wait a minute.
bicycles.
And wait a minute.
Catherine
Ross is in that.
Yeah.
That cannot be a bad song.
It's a bad song.
Catherine Ross.
Catherine Ross.
Oh my goodness, Catherine
70s
Ross.
smoke show.
Dude.
Is
what
it
happened?
Optograb or Omnigrab?
No, it's
It's
Optograph.
Opti, yeah. And this ashtray.
Spec. What's the name of the dog? It's not. Is it?
I think so.
Hey, you got my name tattooed on you.
But we're
Cat
trying
juggling.
we're trying not to swear too much.
Cat
That's
juggling.
gonna happen to everyone's neck from cell phones. Yeah, you're probably right.
Thanks, Casey.
Anybody else? Worst song? Song in
Hell song.
hell?
Oh, sorry, guys.
Oops.
I said it.
Poopy head.
Sorry, Kevin Tashi. We said a bad word.
We've also been watching Hannibal, by the way.
He said it.
The TV show. Hannibal.
With
I'd like to know what was this on like NBC? Because this
I
is
think it is from
incredibly
NBC.
gruesome.
Yeah, it's pretty.
How is that on
It's a 10
regular
o'clock.
television?
I think it's a 10 o'clock show on
Even
NBC.
10 o'clock, when somebody's making wings out of the back skin and hanging them up, is that okay at 10 o'clock at night on regular television?
I
Good
think so.
Lord, that was
I think
creepy. But we do really like the show. It's great. And shout out to Kat Corbett. She's the one that sort of recommended that to us.
What is the name of the
Mads
Nicholson? Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah. And
He was
something.
in Rogue One as
He is.
Stardust.
He's the one that hides the
Jyn
flaw.
Erso's Galen Erso.
He
He's
hides
the
the
main
flaw in the
engineer.
Death Star.
For the Death Star. So this guy,
He is the hero of all heroes.
they've taken Mads Mikkelsen, who is the villain Sharif, I think was his name, from
Hey,
Casino Royale.
Probably, but I barely watched
It was
that
one of the
movie. It
new
was terrible.
Bond movies, and he always had like a drop of blood coming out of his eye, the corner of his
He
eye.
was in Doctor Strange.
Not Mads Mikkelsen.
No, he was in Casino Royale as Le Chiffre.
Le Chief.
Le Chiffre.
Yeah, Le Chief.
Very good, Jim Pericotti.
So he was also in a movie called Hell, and it is bizarro. Look up Hell.
Is it about hell?
It's about Vikings,
Oh, that
and they
hell.
go to like the New World, and it's bizarre.
Next
it's
level
a-
bizarre.
I'd say it's a Swedish art film. That's how weird it is.
But he plays Hannibal Lecter before everybody knows.
Right.
When he's still a psychiatrist.
But he is also killing people. They don't show any of that.
Yeah.
But he's always having people over
For dinner.
for dinner. He's cooking food for people.
He's cooking things like rabbit.
Yeah. Foie gras.
Yeah, and
You know?
you're like, don't eat the foie gras.
And I'm like, that's a jawbone. Like,
I know. He's
you know?
like, oh, that meat, that's pork. And you're like, not pork.
It's not pork, bro.
The greatest save in Star Wars history, absolutely.
That's it.
We've also been watching the Perry Mason reboot on HBO. I don't know what you guys think of it, but it's pretty decent so far. We'll have to see. I didn't watch Perry Mason on television because I'm not 800 years old. But
Doctor Strange, not Doctor Strangelove. That's somebody was saying.
Okay.
I thought Strangelove.
Oh, I said Doctor Strange because I was just reading it. Sorry, my bad.
I'm gonna go lay down.
Has anybody else been watching Perry Mason, by the way?
On HBO? Anyone? Anyone?
HBO.
HBO.
We are limiting this to an hour, so we've got 5 more minutes.
Really?
Yeah, we're only doing an hour for our new show because
Wow.
really, I think Bras on the Head is a gift.
You missed it.
And only an hour. Don't worry, we'll post pictures of bras on our heads for you. Anything else you'd like to ask us as well? People are talking to each other, which is great. We encourage that. I also wanted to thank everybody who helped share the post about that jerk in Groveland.
Listen,
It's a little off topic.
Not for nothing, bro.
Oh
Look
my
at
God, that dude
Neighborhood
was
Watch
such a
is one thing,
jackass.
but like get a hobby.
No, he
You know?
followed
Now-
this poor girl all
now,
through the neighborhood,
right.
scared the crap out of her. It was awful.
Yeah, and like he followed her home in his car, right?
Well, she pulled off onto a side
Okay,
road
all right,
because she
all
was
right.
so worried that he was following her.
She was grabbing some advertised on a local website or whatever, on
Yeah.
a local chat room. Free dog food. Somebody had extra dog
It was
food.
a neighborhood app,
And she went by, picked it up, and was driving home.
and he
And he
followed
followed
her
her.
the whole time because she looked suspicious.
Suspicious. She was
Turns
black.
out-
She was black, by the
Yeah,
way.
so it turns out this happened in Groveland. It took us a minute to figure that out. A lot of people were on the case. It wasn't just people after I posted it, but they were able to get the story to the police. The police know this guy. He's had many complaints in the past, and
Okay,
they haven't
and
been able to do anything.
I hate to say it, but it's not just racist.
It doesn't
He's
matter.
just an
He f***ed the wrong person. She filmed him, and it's done. They have to do something now. It's in the Globe. It was on ABC. It was on NBC. On the newscast, Channel 5, Channel 7, if we still use channels. So I just hope that asshole gets what's coming to him. And it says he worked for a company, and one of my pals actually called the company, and they were like,
it was
he
like, "You realize what
actually
this guy
hasn't
does?"
worked for us since last year, and we're putting out a statement.
Yeah, they were like
about it."
wanted nothing to do with the guy.
Yeah.
Apparently,
So
apparently he's a problem in the
yeah,
community.
and some friends of mine who live in Groveland messaged me, and they were like, "Yeah, that guy's a dude," and there's been a lot going on.
Oh yeah, Sue did call his work.
Yeah, Sue Minatello was like on it.
She was en fuego.
And I don't, we like to do this to take everybody's mind off everything, but I will say this, like, it is imperative that anytime we see behavior like that, we post it far and wide and try to tell as many people about it, because there's power in numbers, and that's what we have to do.
That's it. You
so.
keep it in the dark, and people get away with it.
Absolutely. And he also looked like William Catt, Greatest American Hero. So
Believe it or not, I'm really racist.
I had to diss him on that as well. Hello, Lisa Barton Lynch. Have you been here this whole time, or we're just
Lisa,
seeing you now?
did you see the bras?
Did you miss the bras on the head? We're not putting them out. Should we put them
No,
back
we're
on?
not doing it again.
We're not doing it.
Show up on time, people.
All right, so I'm not sure what the homework is for next week. What do you guys think? Another 80s movie?
I don't know.
We'll figure something out. We'll
Yeah.
let you know.
Yeah.
Also, if there's anything you want us to do or answer, or for Dave to sing, please post, and we will do it next week.
Listen to the manager over the stage manager.
Tachi
Is he
wants
directing?
you to sing
us out of the show.
Okay, so what do you want to sing us out on? Weird Science?
No. How about believe?
What?
Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could be so free, flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. Bye, everybody.